Hello there, it's Sarah from Paper Lovely. Thanks for joining me today. I have got another first time project to share with you. I'm going to be creating one of the envelope banners that a bunch of people have again been doing on Instagram. So I am definitely inspired by a lot of those that I have seen. And again, I thought, you know what, I'm just going to give this a try and we'll see how it turns out. I am really happy with it. I'm working with the Freezin season collection. This actually came out last year, but I didn't see it for some reason. And then once it came to my attention, it was already late in the season, so I wasn't able to use it for anything, but I loved it so much that I wanted to grab it so I could do something with it this year. So there I gave you a quick look at everything that was included. I have pulled out 5 of the pattern papers, and I'm going to trim these down to create some envelopes. So what I did is when I first got my envelope maker, or it's really a 1-2-3 punch board, but it's the same thing pretty much. I actually went through and made all of the different sizes of envelopes, and I just have all of those samples ready and waiting for me to fit my cards into, or whatever it is that I want to mail. So I went through my stash there and I just pulled those out and picked out 5 samples that I liked in some different sizes. I thought it would be fun to kind of mix that up a little bit. I am going through here and adding my punches and my score lines, and then up at the top there I'm going to use the rounder so I have that nice curved edge on the longer of the ends that are going to be actually showing once the envelope is together. Then here I folded all of that in, and I'll add some 1/4 inch, or actually I think I used 1/8 inch Scor-Tape, and I'll get my envelopes put together. I'm going to finish these off with some of my little Velcro dots. That way they can be reused time and time again, because I do want to fill these up with some goodies. So that will take you through the basics of putting each of the envelopes together. Here I've pulled out one of my new die sets from the stamp market. These are called their Skinny Upper Alpha dies. And I wanted to write the word Mary across the front of the envelope. So I've also pulled in some of their cardstock. This is called Leafy. And I'm gonna go ahead and trim these out 3 times. So I'll have to do the R a few extra times because there's only one of those, of course. But I'm gonna do 3 of each of the letters. And then you'll see here in a second, I'm gonna skip forward a little bit, and I will take all of those and layer them together just to make that nice and thick, so it's nice and sturdy on the front of each of the envelopes. So I wasn't quite sure where to start with this project, but I thought I would go ahead and start right in the middle. So I'm actually going to start with my center envelope, and then I will work my way out. I have pulled in some cardstock. This is from Paper Tray Ink. It's called Sweet Blush. And then I ran that through with a heart embossing folder that I have. I think that this is Heidi Swap. If I can find it for you, I will link it below. It's one of the mini embossing folders, and I'm pretty sure I got it at Tuesday morning. I also ran some MFT whipped cream cardstock through with that sort of leafy pattern up top there, the white embossed piece. And I'm gonna pull those in here and there just to give a little more texture to my scenes. I have, for the most part, used the cut-aparts from the 12x12 papers as well as the stickers. Some I will pop up on some foam dots just to, again, give a little bit more dimension. I've also pulled in some of the enamel dots from the stamp market, and of course the pom-pom trim, which I picked up at Hobby Lobby. And then I did grab some of my fake snow that I picked up at the dollar spot at Target. I'll add a little bit of glue just in some small spaces on each of these scenes to give a little bit of that snow look. And here we go, I'm right here in the video. So I will go ahead and glue this R down. Again, this is going to be my center envelope. And then I'll add a little bit of glue just in a few places to add just a hint of that snow. I didn't do a whole lot of it, but I thought that gave a really nice effect and texture. All right, I think I have rambled enough for this video. So as you can see, I have things sped up quite a bit here. At this point, I'm going to turn up the music and let you enjoy the process. And I'll be back at the end to finish things up as usual. So here is a close-up look at each of the finished envelopes. I'm really pleased with how this turned out. This was a lot of fun to put together. Here I'm just going to give you a quick look at what I included. I'm not sure who I'm sending this to yet, but just to give you some ideas of what you could put in the envelopes, I have a face mask in that first one, and then some of the things that I had fussy cut out from this paper collection in the second one. In here, I've got a piece of that rose gold sequin trim that I love so much. This next one, I've added in some of the 3x4 of the cut apart cards. And then here in this last one, I have added a doodlebug sticker. So now that I have all of those completed, I need to get them on my strand, so it is actually a banner. I had some of this off-white in my stash. I'm not sure where I got it from. It could have come from a previous kit, but I went ahead and just cut the ends off at an angle, and I'm using the whole piece. That way there's a little bit of extra room that if the person I send this to does want to display it, they'll have plenty of room to tie that off. I'm starting again with my middle envelope here. I found the middle of my strand, and I'm just going to open up the flap and then fold that down over. You can sort of move these around once you get them on that way, so I can decide how much space I want in between each of them. And I'm just holding it up there, giving you a look that they are on there nice and secure. They're certainly not going to fall off. However, they will slide around. So once I get this last one down here, I am going to grab in some clothespins. I have some golds that I had picked up at Target last year. I want to think their Dollar Spot probably still has them again this year, but I did get them last year. And I'm just going to add one of those to each of the envelopes. That way it won't slide around on me and it'll keep everything nice and tight there. And here I'm just going to quickly sort of slide that through. It was really difficult to try and get all of this on camera. I just don't have enough space to do that, but you can get an idea here of what this all looks like together once it will be up and hanging. And then to mail this, I'm just going to fold one on top of the other. So just sort of in an accordion style fold there. And then I can package that up and place it in the mail. Here are a few close-ups of the finished project. In the description box below, you'll find my blog post, which has additional photos and links to the supplies I used. If you enjoyed the video, please leave me a comment or a thumbs up and subscribe for more. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.